Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Jack's Coffee Break. So we are back in our base. I went ahead after last episode, came back here, grabbed all of our equipment, because today we have a goal. We have a big goal. We're gonna try and kill the Ender Dragon. I've never done it before. Or rather, let me clarify. I have killed the Ender Dragon multiple times in creative mode. I've never done it in survival. So this is going to be a first time for me. I'm real nervous about it. I'm not too excited about our odds. I'm going to see if maybe we can kill it in peaceful so I don't have to mess with all of the Endermen. That's the goal. I don't know. We'll see. So part of that, of course, is going to be getting to the end, which means that we need Eyes of Ender, which I don't really have. I'm really hoping that Rick has some, and that maybe we can just, I don't know, borrow them. The other thing that I want to work on is trying to get all of our enchantments figured out. So we've got Smite. Smite might be good. We've got a few downstairs. I looked through them. They weren't anything special. We are going to need a bow and arrow. So string and stick. And then, of course, if we're going to go through all of this, then we probably need to get like a couple of bows. Probably get some infinity on there. So what we're looking at is a ton of enchanting right now. And I'm not really looking forward to that, but it is kind of what we have to do. Thankfully, there are, some enchantments that we don't have to get. So our equipment, we've got unbreaking and protection on these. We've got mending on the boots, but nothing else. We probably could do with some actual real boots. Engineer's goggles, we probably don't want to take those into combat, but we do want to take the helmet. So, yeah, that's kind of what we're looking at right now, is getting ourselves geared up. Right now we've got Silk Touch, Riptide, Piercing, and Efficiency. We've got Luck of the Sea, Fortune, tons of arrows. But what I really want is for us to have infinity on our bow, to have a couple of bows with infinity. And then after that we'll deal with our sword, which is, yeah. What this ultimately ends up meaning, however, is that we're going to have to go farm for experience. Now the way that I have been doing this in the past is that I would just go and I would kill spiders for like 20 minutes. And it's so boring. It's so impossibly boring. First off, we're going to use a bottle of enchanting. That did nothing. And second off, we're going to go to the Nether, because the other mob spawner that we have is for blazes. So I checked the wiki, and apparently they give almost double the amount that spiders give, which is good to know. Wish I knew that before. So we're going to go to the bunker. I'm going to start farming. And we're going to see how far we get as far as getting all of our gear enchanted today. So, it might take a long time. It might not take any time at all. I'm gonna bet that it's gonna take a long time. I've got 49 books in preparation for the moment that this takes forever. Yeah. So, we're gonna give it a shot. Okay. Alright. It's 10 p.m. I didn't check the timestamp on the last one, but it's been like at least 30 minutes or so. It certainly feels like it. I'm finally up to 33 whole levels. I've swapped to the axe to try and spare the spider sword, so, we have a couple of options, right? We can go raid Rick's base, which we might do just because Ender Pearls, right? We gotta go get those. Or at the very least, we need to go get the Eyes of Ender for the Ender Pearls. I think that's how that works. I don't remember. I think we're gonna try and enchant the bow. Right? And then we're gonna see how things go with a book, because I'm not wasting a diamond sword. Because I know it's gonna give me something wrong. Actually, it might not. It might actually give me something decent. I don't know. We're gonna try it. We're gonna see how far we get. Let's go back to peaceful so I can actually make it home. And if it gives us the enchantments we want, then we will use the enchantments that we wanted to get. And if we don't get the enchantments we want, quite frankly, I might just cheat them in. I know it's not in the spirit of the game. I'm fully aware. And we've been making a point of, like, keeping our creative projects separate from our regular projects. Ah, it's beautiful again. Okay. Into the enchantment room we go. We've got our bow. We've got our lapis. We know one of the enchantments is going to be power. Do we want to re-roll for infinity? Power 4 is pretty good. We got flame and power 4. And just a power 4. Okay. And now we're down into the 28. I checked what we have here. So we've got quick charge, piercing, piercing, quick charge, impaling, punch, power, looting, capacity, smite, which could be good. I'm not sure. And 2 stake. And I have to say, it does feel really good to be back at home. I really liked this base. This was a really good one. I think the one that we've got now has a lot of, like it's fun. It's cool. If I ever figured out what to do with those holes, it would have been, I think, a lot better. But, I mean, I don't know, this one's cozy. I like it. So, alright, into creative mode we go. Let's go get our enchantments. Is it in combat? I actually don't even know where you find the enchantments. Potions. If we want potions, I have a brewing stand. That's not actually an issue. Functional blocks, no. Tools? Tools, combat, food and drink, ingredients. Enchantments are under ingredients? Why would you do that? Okay, whatever. It's fine. So we probably want piercing. What is that? What is potato recovery? What do any of these mean? Is potato recovery, like, left over from April Fools? Is that what I'm looking at here? Yeah, let's do power unbreaking. Let's grab smite. I know we have smite. We want... Oh, we definitely want feather falling for our boots. Oh yeah, for sure. Protection might be good. Where's infinity? There it is. There's infinity. Okay, and now do I have sticks and string here? I've got leads. At one point I had sticks and string. Yeah, here we go. Here's some string. And we can certainly make sticks. Okay, now before I completely mess up everything, let me go double check, make sure that I'm actually getting the enchantments that I want to get, and then after that we'll put them on. Okay, so I'm back. I watched a video. I'm hoping that things are gonna be okay. So basically what we're looking at is for our bow we want power and infinity. For our armor we want protection, maybe thorns, and feather falling. For our sword we want sharpness, axe, we're not gonna worry about it. We're gonna bring an axe, but we're not gonna worry about trying to enchant it. They've also suggested a carved pumpkin can help keep the Endermen from trying to eat our face. Glass vials to mop up the dragon's breath. Torch for collecting the egg, although there are some supplied once you defeat the dragon. We'll need plenty of blocks for greeblings, that way we can get up to the towers. At least one arrow for our infinity bow, good food, and a water bucket. So, with that being the case, let's make sure that we've actually got what we need. Unbreaking, if we can get it to work on a bow, that'd be great. I know mending is incompatible with infinity. So power. Piercing, I think, is a crossbow enchantment. So we want power, infinity, protection, feather falling for our boots. Let's try for thorns. Yeah. So that's what we're looking at. Shame we don't have a crossbow. But they do recommend a bow specifically. So, okay. Well, let's drop back into survival. And let's make a brand new bow. We'll keep these on us just in case something bad happens. But I definitely want infinity because I don't... Like, I get it. If you're hauling one arrow, you might as well haul 64. I get that, but I don't like it. Infinity bow. Power infinity bow. Okay. Now for our armor. We need better boots. Let's start there. Chest plate, definitely gonna need protection. And that's the end of our anvil. I've never actually run through an anvil before. You know, this has been a lot of firsts for me. I've never really built, like, mob grinders before. Never broken an anvil before. Like, all kinds of stuff that I've never actually done before until now. It's been quite fun. Let's see here. Do I have... I mean, I thought I had iron. Oh, tell me I have iron. Of all the things to run out of, we will need the bucket. Let's grab the bucket. Well, we've got 2 here. That's not nearly enough. No. How do you do this? Oh, it's just a pumpkin and a torch. Okay. Well, I mean, one would hope we have coal. We've got a lantern. We've got nuggets. What is happening with this base? Okay, well, I guess let's go up to the windmill? I mean, the windmill's gotta have something, right? Oh, and while all this is happening, I did check to figure out what is happening, like, specifically with the dragon as far as the different difficulties go, because I remember her spawning on peaceful, but I wasn't sure if she actually did any damage. And it turns out she doesn't. Which, I think, for our purposes, like, I don't know, if I killed the dragon on peaceful and she couldn't actually damage me, that feels like cheating. I don't like that. So... we are actually, like, going to do this. Is this zinc? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, I don't actually need zinc. I have yet to need zinc. Are you real iron? You're real iron. Okay. Ah. It's so flat and peaceful and lit up. Okay. Okay, so let's go back to our current base, because I'm pretty sure that I've got iron there at least. I mean, one would hope. I don't want to have to waste a piece of coal on 2 iron nuggets, you know? But yeah, killing the dragon on easy mode, or on peaceful mode, without her actually being able to attack us back, that just, that doesn't sit right with me. I feel like she needs at least a fighting chance. So, that being the case, we're still going to have to contend with, like, the 1.5 billion Endermen that spawn on that platform. Hence, the pumpkin. So, I'm sure other people do not use the pumpkin. A lot of people apparently don't like the visibility restriction that it imposes. I do want to see what it's going to be like because of our texture pack. Is it actually that bad? Because I remember it being, like, pretty intense. But we'll see. If it turns out that, like, we cannot see anything in the pumpkin, then we're just going to do things the hard way, and I'm just going to have to be really mindful of where I throw my crosshairs. But if we can manage it, I'd like to not have to deal with them at all. That would be ideal. Okay, so apparently we use shears on a pumpkin placed in the world. Okay. Not gonna lie, y'all. It's pretty bad. Okay. That's gonna make it really hard to aim. We'll keep it on us. We might just have to do this the hard way. And we want iron. That's more zinc. There we go. Tons of iron. Oh, and we have one in the base. Of course we do. Oh, it is pretty damaged. Well, we'll keep this one for spare, just in case. Okay, so we've got feather falling. We need protection. So we've got protection on our chest plate. Can we get protection on our boots? Yeah, we can. Okay. So I'm gonna say we get 2 more protection books. And we've already got protection on our legs. Okay, so let's get it on our helmet, at least. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 instances of protection. That should be something like 80% reduction. Unless I'm seriously misremembering my math. I probably am. Okay. We've got our infinity bow. Let's dump off the stuff that we're not going to bring with us, shall we? We're not bringing that. We'll need that in a little while, but not yet. We're leaving the leather boots of mending. We're leaving the random ore. And then thorns, unbreaking 3. Do we want to try for thorns? Well, kinda, right? Because of the Enderman? Yeah, and then we'll leave protection off. We'll leave unbreaking off. If we do things right, we won't need it. Although, can you put unbreaking on a bow? Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. Okay. That makes me feel a lot better. Okay. And we're in creative. Okay. Next, let's deal with the sword. Sword. Thank you. Let's get an axe. Let's leave the diamonds at home. Just as a thought. Just an idea. And I thought I grabbed... And did I not? Well, there's smite, but that's not actually what we need. What we need is sharpness. Okay. We have 5 experience levels left. It's exactly what we needed. Breaks our anvil. Good enough. Okay, we've got the bow. We've got the sword. We've got the axe. We've got the carved pumpkin in case things go sideways. We don't need stick. Let's bring some spare bows, some spare arrows. Vlad can come with us. We need greebling. We doing blackstone or granite? What am I feeling this year? Blackstone. Why not? We've never gotten to use it. It's a cool material. I mean, we used it on the train last episode, sure, but like, not legitimately. We'll bring 2 water buckets. The worst thing that can happen is that we don't need either of them. The other worst thing that can happen is that we die and lose all our stuff. That can be partially mitigated if we just have bucket. Oh yeah, and potion vials. So apparently you can mop up the dragon's breath with potion vials. This is news to me. I literally learned this today. We're gonna find out. I mean... I would say that it feels like kind of a waste of time. But like at the same time, I've played enough World of Warcraft. I've fought enough boss battles to know if you have an opportunity to get the upper edge on a boss fight, you take the upper edge on a boss fight. That's just what you do. And if you can mop up Dragon Hork with glass vials, then why wouldn't you? You know? And apparently they're good for like enchanting or whatever. Or not enchanting. Potion brewing. Maybe arrows? I don't know. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I hate to say it, but I don't think we get more ready than this. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. We bring a bed. That's what we do. I need some wood and some pink wool. Do I have any more pink wool? I don't have any wool. I don't think I do. Okay. Alright, well, I guess we gotta go visit Pinky real quick. Up we go. There they are. And there's Pinkie Pie. Hi, Pinkie Pie. Good sheepy. There's 2. There's everything we need. Oh, and let's make sure that we've actually got logs. Alright, we've got our magenta bed. I think we have... No, food. Food. There's always something. It's like going on a road trip. You never know what you're gonna forget. We don't need to bring the shears. I guess we can bring the golden apples. Definitely want to bring some egg sandwiches. And now we gotta make a hard decision. Do we want to bring Articuno? Because my gut says no. Alright, here's what I'm thinking. Articuno, I don't know if he'll go through the portal. I think we can shove him through. But I don't know. So we could try. He can go through the portal into the Nether. But the other thing that I'm worried about is I have tried to go spelunking with Articuno, and he does have his limits. He's a very good boy. But I did once run into a situation where he got cornered by some skeletons, and like he did his absolute darndest, but he still ended up going down. He didn't die or anything like that. But it is very hard to heal him, and we don't really have the materials to heal him. I tried figuring out how to make like the bandages and stuff, to try and like bring him back from fainting quicker, and it just didn't work out quite well enough. So even though he's good against regular threats, I don't think that he's probably the guy we want to bring against a swarm of Endermen. So, he's a very sweet boy. Yes, he is. Yeah, he's a good boy. He's not real. He's a digital pet. But he's so sweet. Yeah. Do we want to bring any beer for the road? Beer, wine. That one brings levitation. Can't fathom what we're gonna need it for. Why not? Why not just bring the levitation wine? I'm sure it's fine. Okay. So that's it. We're gonna go kill the Ender Dragon now. Okay. Do you think we're ready, guys? Goodness, I hope so. Alright. Let's go. A few episodes ago, we figured out where it was. And it's actually over by the wooden base. It's not over by. The wooden base is on top of the stronghold. I accidentally ended up building it there. I didn't mean to. I'd completely forgotten that's where it was, and then I found my nether portal, and I was like, why is that here? I don't remember building this, and then I remembered building that, and it turns out that's where it was, so. Goodness, that thing is massive. Someday, I might have the technical know-how to finish it. Oh. You know what else we're forgetting? I tell you, it's like a road trip. You forget one thing. Meow. Even if we got to the Ender Portal, we can't open it right now. So, Rick, I hope you don't mind. I'm gonna loot your base. I hope you're okay with that. I'm gonna go loot your base and see if I can get enough Ender Pearls. Because otherwise this is gonna be... I don't know. I don't really want to spawn them in creative mode. Like, the enchantments are one thing, because the enchanting system is kind of shit. But getting Ender Pearls is actually a straightforward process. You just kill Endermen. And if it turns out I have to kill Endermen, then that's what I have to do. Not a big deal. Back again. Alright. Let's see what we can find. First off, I have no idea what this is. He didn't show this off to me at all. It's really cool. What is this? This looks shady. A little deadly. Leads down... Oh, into the main hub. Okay. Does the base not have power? Oh, there's power running up there. What am I missing here? He's always got a secret button. Or a transponder. Something. But I don't know what. I have no clue. Do we spectator mode it? Why not? Ooh. It's not really that there's much of anything up here, but it's just pretty. I like it. Did he build anything through the wall? No, it's just an open space. Okay. Oh, right, the shaders. Oof, okay. So if you're curious what's going on, basically the way that the shaders render things like, well, specifically the water wheels turning. So it keeps trying to figure out where the shadow should be, but because it keeps rotating and it casts such a strong shadow, it doesn't actually register what it's supposed to be doing where. So that's kind of an interesting oddity. Okay, so we can do manual call. There it is. I'm just being silly. You just have to press the button. Oh, this is a nightmare. Oh, he's got tons of blocks of iron. Okay, so he must have moved the iron farm up here. Is there a third floor? There was supposed to be. Yeah, there is. What is this dystopian nightmare? It's super cool. I like it. I mean, clearly it's producing iron. Whatever it is he's doing, he's making iron. Is there anything on floor 0? Yeah, at the bottom of this tower. It's all create stuff. Ah, 2 ender pearl. Those balloons? Oh, it's sugar. That's cool. Oh, he does have a pup dog. Hello, pup dog. I've never met you before. He's got onigiri, toolkit. We don't need any of that. I think that's everything here. Okay, well, I guess let's keep looking. Because I certainly don't have any. Oh, there's so much sugarcane. Random assortment of valuables. Ah, there's the linked controller. That's probably what he was using to operate everything. The start of a mine. Okay, now we've been in here, but we didn't actually look at anything in here. The elevator's now working, I guess. Looks like this is just a nice garden house. Yeah, just a garden house, nothing more. Alright, well, I guess the last place to check is the big old tower. It was very kind of him to leave it open. Okay, 3 ender pearl. Norwine instant health? Ooh. Rick, I hope you don't mind. Oh, they've got all kinds of cool stuff in here. Okay, health boost. Extra armor? Okay. Perception, don't need that. Staggering, that seems kind of the opposite of what we want to do. More food. He did a lot of cooking. Oh, there's so much nether quartz. Yeah, and then I think everything past this is going to be production. And I don't think at any point on the production level, from what he explained to me, do Eyes of Ender have anything to do with the equation. So 3. 3 is what we're working with. And it's not even Eyes of Ender, it's Ender Pearls. How do you turn an Ender Pearl into an Eye of Ender? Blaze powder. Okay, well, blaze powder at least is something we can get our hands on. That's not so bad. Well, how do we want to do this? You can't make ender pearls. That's a shame. You can use ender pearls to make chunk loaders. That's nice. Don't really need that. Oh, I hate swimming without the shaders. So that's the thing. I don't mind the ocean when I can see what's in it. The moment that I can't see what's in it anymore, the ocean and I don't agree with each other. Which I know sounds ridiculous considering that we've been living underwater this entire playthrough. But for me personally, I do not like the ocean unless I can see what's in it. And I like it even better when it's behind a glass wall. Okay. Well, I guess the best place of any to do it is where we're going to end up needing to be anyway. So let's go down to the little shack over there and see what we can do. Okay, so we're here. I did stop by over at the base just to grab a couple of blaze powders. We had some blaze rods left over from when I was doing like fire potions, I think. Can't remember why I needed those. Anyway, I had some left over from the blaze rods, so I just turned them into blaze powder real quick. And then I put our ender pearls here safely in the chest in case things go horribly wrong, which they are still likely to do. So let's go ahead, grab our, I think I have a bed around here. I do. It's not pink, but it's okay. We don't want to sleep through the night because we want Endermen. So let's go ahead, options, turn on easy, and we're just gonna hope that they show up, I guess. I don't know. I've never had to do this before. There's one. I hate this so much. Oh, at least I have the screaming turned off because they make the worst noises. But hey, we got an ender pearl. Whoop. Sure. Okay. Is this it? Is this what we do? We just go out and hunt? I mean, the good news is that the sun is coming up, right? I say good news. I mean, the Endermen really only spawn at night, but as far as I know, they persist during the day. If I don't have to test a cave, I'm not going to. Is that it? Is that all we're gonna get? The one Enderman? I think we're gonna have to check underground. Oh, I don't like doing this. Not even a little bit, but needs must, I guess. Well, here's where we're supposed to be anyway. I got lost down here last time. How long do you think it's gonna take me this time? What are the odds I'm already lost? I don't know what I'm looking at here. You know what I'm definitely not looking at is Enderman. Okay, now we can resume. We've got everything but Enderman. Ah, there's one. Okay. Oh my goodness, I find one finally, and I'm getting swarmed. I mean, the good news about this, right, is that we get to test all of our equipment and weaponry, and I get to practice. It's not entirely bad, it's just taking forever. That's okay. Mr. Sandman. Man me a sand. Ah. There you are. Come here. Yes, get angry. Get angry. Come here. You gonna come up here? Where'd you go? That's pointless. Come on. Get up here. You wanna fight? Come fight. Oh, fine. You want me to come down there to you? Okay. Oh my goodness. Tell me he didn't just straight up disappear. I mean, unless I one-shot him. But I don't think I did. I think he just teleported back to the end dimension. You might be wondering why we're here. The answer is fairly simple. Rick Talk's old base was right around here. And I completely forgot to search it last night. But he did mention that it's somewhere over here. Now, it's possible that he's blocked off the dirt pathway to get into it, and so I'm just never going to find it again. I'm hoping that's not the case. Because I think this is where he used to keep all of his, like, dungeoning stuff? But maybe not. Because he moved the tower, but he didn't necessarily move anything else. It's possible he ended up filling everything in. I mean, the ground here does look pretty restored. I mean, this looks a little bit more familiar. I guess he must have buried it over and added this orchard on top. Because I don't see it. Well, thankfully the other reason why we're here is because slightly more wide open spaces means hopefully hunting will be a little bit easier. So I'm hoping that with the increased visibility, we can just sort of stand in the doorway and look for Endermen and actually be able to see things out here. That is my hope. Honestly, if this doesn't work, I think I'm just going to toss myself in an arena with a bunch of Endermen because My goodness. Oh my goodness. I have been battling all night. We lost that one Enderman completely. And now it's just more zombies and skeletons and spiders. The witch is getting closer, the sun is going down, and nary an Enderman. Not a one. Not even a little one. Oh goodness, can you imagine baby Enderman? Ugh. Y'all. I'm not seeing a single Enderman. Okay. Listen, y'all. For the sake of expedition, I've been looking for an Enderman. I've been looking for about 30-40 minutes. More or less. I found 2, and one of them ran away. It keeps turning to daylight. We keep getting everything but. Now, I said that I wouldn't glitch in the Eyes of Ender, right? I said that I wouldn't glitch in the Ender Pearls. But is anybody gonna mind if we just have a pit fight with some Endermen? Is everybody gonna be okay with that? Are we good for that? Okay. I'm gonna go build us a pit fight, because, oh my goodness. This has been incredible. In a bad way. I'm sorry, I'm not spending a literal entire day hunting for our last, what, 8 Ender Pearls? If we're getting 1 Enderman an hour? I'm not doing it. I'm sorry. I'm just not going to. So we're gonna go build us a pit fight. And I'm gonna go spawn in some Endermen. And then that way, we can still kill them. We can still try and hunt for the pearls the normal way. But this way is just a little bit more, you know. So they're like, what, 4 blocks tall? And let's give them, I don't know, some amount of room to maneuver. Alright, we've built an arena. I'm gonna make sure that they don't need to be, like, spawning at night in the dark or something, and then we'll come back and we'll handle it. Okay, so what I learned is that they don't really care about light level, but they do need, like, 1, 2, 3. They need like 3 blocks above their heads in order to teleport within a space. Or rather, to teleport to a space. Like, it needs to be fairly tall, apparently. And since we're gonna have to look at the Enderman, as long as we don't look it in the eye, it doesn't paralyze? Apparently, if you look them in the eye, they paralyze. Like, they freeze up. Which tells me that they're just really shy, and then they teleport. Which is really weird. They're normally neutral. Apparently. I did live, I have, and this was a long time ago, I have vague memories of this. I lived with an Enderman when I made like a tree base for like a Minecraft week. Or it felt that way. Like, maybe it was, like, actually 3 days, but it felt like a week, you know? One of them sorts of things. And yeah, as long as I just didn't look at it, it didn't care. Like, it just wanted to chill at my house. And then once it started, like, taking apart my house, we started to have problems. It was a bad roommate. So that's my only long-term experience with Enderman. For the most part, I don't play with monsters, as I've covered very, very heavily in this channel. So, we're gonna make this room, and I'm hoping that the light level is sufficient enough to keep out everything else for now. Yeah. So what we're gonna do is I've got this little arena room now, right? And I think I am going to, first I'm gonna make some stairs, just for easy retreat. Yeah. So apparently there's no point in trying to damage them with a bow, which is good to know. And then I think we're just gonna use some spawn eggs. I know that's not everybody's favorite solution, but let's see here, can we stare at some holistically? Yeah, there's one. Hi, buddy. Ah, did you teleport? Oh my goodness. This is aggravating. This is so aggravating. We're just gonna do this the Ender Egg way. I'm done. I'm tired. I'm done. So we want Endermen spawn eggs, not Endermite spawn eggs. Let's get a stack of 64. Plunk them in the chest. Throw down our bed. Yeah, no. Do not zoom past the night. I just need to reset my spawn. Okay. So we have the egg. Alright. Okay, bud. Did we get a fourth one in here somehow? No? Okay. Goodness, I hate these things. They're so creepy. And they're not, like, let me be clear. Like, they're clearly based off of Slenderman. That was the joke. They were added as part of the Halloween joke update. And they're not like Slenderman. And that's the thing. They're worse, because where Slenderman is a myth, the Endermen make the worst screaming noise possible. And I don't know why we've all collectively decided that things need to scream horrifically in a digital voice. I don't like it. Now, thankfully, I do have the volume turned off. But the other thing I don't like is that they shake, right? And then you've got the particle effects. And so you've got the teleportation, right? And the teleportation leaves behind the particle effects. And then when they die, it leaves behind the particle effects. It feels a little bit more like you're just banishing them, and then they're going to pop back up at any moment to try and kill you again. So the particle effects broadcast abilities that they don't actually have, but it feels like they have, and I don't like it. Whoop. Oh, that was a waste. That was a waste. Okay. Ah, kill it. Kill it with fire. Okay. Let's plunk those safely in there where I can't waste them. Get out some cherries. Have a quick snack. Ow. No. Get off. There. Okay. So we've now got 11. Do we need more? Because it should be like 3, 6, 9, 12, right? We should just need the 12. And we've got like 5 back at the base, so I think we're going to call it here. Put our Enderman eggs back, just in case I'm severely mistaken. Let's not have the Ender Pearls on the bar. Let's get our bed. Okay. We've got 9 steak, 8 sandwiches, 2 golden apples, 7 cherries, 8 bottles of armor, 2 bottles of instant health, a bottle of levitation. I think we've got everything, right? Like as close as we're gonna get everything? Okay. Is it bright and shiny out there? It is. Okay, well let's teleport back. Get out the blaze powder, get out the rest of the ender pearls. Eyes of Ender. Excellent. Okay. I feel like we're never truly prepared for this fight. Alright, but it's the first time that's always the hardest. Okay. If I want my strategy to work, there's a few things we gotta do. I'm gonna go home, repair my pick, and we'll go from there. Now which home did I leave the diamonds at? We good? Okay. Now what I'm hoping is that I put the portal right there, and that maybe, possibly, Past Me had the bright idea to make the tunnel come out of the portal chamber? No. No, Past Me had the idea to put it in the library. Love that. That's great. Okay. I think I mentioned this last time too, but I feel like I am walking around the Minecraft screensaver from like 2002. There was this old screensaver that, like, for like old computers. I'm talking like Windows XP computers and before. Back when they first started to get in like really good 3D graphics, when they could just render those, there was this company that made these 3D style, hello, screensavers, and one of them was this maze, and it, like, I'm sure I've told this story before, like I have to have. And much like that maze, I feel like I'm going in circles and like I'm making no progress and like I've done all this before. Because I did, and I have. Oh my goodness. Get out of my face. Thank you. Fountain room? Fountain room? Fountain room? Oh look, more pearls. Oh hey look, we found it again. Yay! Good news. There's 2 already in there. So, what are we gonna do? First things first, right? Bed. We don't actually need to sleep through the night, we just need to have a bed. Next, let's light the room up. Because yeah, there's lava, but like also... Okay. Alright. We need some room in our inventory, so... the buttons can go. As can the doors and the bones. And the cracked stone. And the rotten flesh. And the string. And the rest of this is going to get filled up with endstone. There it is. Alright.